Brown here at ringside with all those great fans. We are ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Today in action, you will see the King, Jerry Lawler. You will also see Brickhouse Brown in a match against Joseph Magliano. USWA tag titles are on the line. The champions, the Dirty White Boy and Dirty Doug Gilbert, have the titles on the line against Cody Michaels. And Cody's partner today will be young Ben Jordan. Coming up later on, standby matches featuring the new kids. Superstar Bill Dundee will also be talking with Jerry Lawler concerning that bounty that somebody has put out, either $10,000 or $50,000. Brickhouse Brown will be talking to about Sweet Georgia Brown. Superstar Bill Dundee will be along for some conversation. And Eddie Gilbert says he's going to show up. He wants to review the top 10. All of that coming up. You stay with us. We'll be back with the opening action in a moment. Well, I'd hope to get the match underway, but Eddie Gilbert is joining me. What's John?
It's a fine day for you two. Oh, John's here because I'm offering a few tryouts to the Memphis Mafia now. As a matter of fact, John's here today. Everybody's looking at John. He's a big star today.
Okay.
Aren't you going to ask me what he's trying out for?
Yes, he's trying out for the Mafia?
Yeah, he sure is, John. As a matter of fact, will you do a tryout now? Will you go get me something to drink? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Trying out for Waterboy for the Mafia.
That's it. Gotta have it. All right. I don't have Sweet Georgie anymore to do that for me, do I?
Well, that's true. Maybe we'll have some conversation about that a little bit later on. Let's, since you're here, let's talk about the USWA Top 10 because, boy, this thing has really become very important as folks look for the shot at the Southern Belt and eventually at Terry Funk, the world champion. Number 10 on the list this week, Brickhouse Brown.
Well, you never would have guessed that Brickhouse Brown would ever broken in the top 10, but he has had some good victories around the area, and he's broken in, so I guess he's real proud, and I guess everybody's happy for Brickhouse.
Well, I'm happy for Brickhouse because he has worked very hard, and he is now the number 10 contender in the USWA Top 10. Number 9 on the list, one of the fan favorites, Steve Kern.
Well, I'm glad those people like him. I don't really feel anything for him. Let's move on.
Well, you can hear the response, how the fans feel about the number 9 contender. Number 8 contender, listen to this, Eddie Gilbert. Yes. Number 8 contender, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, politics in action, Dave Brown. Politics in action. Jerry said, put my boy in the top 10, and they did it. Number 8, Jeff Jarrett.
No, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's been winning some matches. He's a former holder of that Southern
Yeah, he
belt.
held it good, too. Polished it up, everything.
That's right. As the former holder of the belt, he certainly was well within line to be back in the top 10, and with the victories, that's where he is at number 8. Number 7, the universal heartthrob, Austin Idol.
Yes, sir. Austin Idol. I never had to wrestle him that much, but I will, and I will beat him.
Well, you'll have to do it in the ring. Number 6, Dick Murdoch.
Well, you know, I was partners with Dick Murdoch for a long time. Yes. He's one of the roughest, toughest, not preferably wrestler, but he's a brawler. He'll fight with you. He'll do whatever it takes to win a belt. He's the one to contend with.
Better watch out for him. Number 5, the superstar, Bill Dundee.
And here's a man, Dave Brown, that is a thorn in my side. Everywhere I go, every time I pick up the phone, all I hear is superstar Bill Dundee. When are you going to give him a title shot? I'll give him a title shot anytime.
Anytime. All right, Bill Dundee, if you're listening, keep that in mind. Number 4, Steve Williams.
He's big and bad, but he can be had.
Well, he's speaking of big. Bam Bam Bigelow, the number 3 contender.
Well, I'm not too worried about him. He's a pretty big guy, and I think I can run around, you know. He'll lose all of his energy, and I'll just beat him.
Well, that's an interesting theory.
I'm good, Dave Brown. I'm good.
Well, you thought about it, I assume. Then number 2 contender, the King, Jerry Lawler.
You know, he's not the King. I am the King, and the best place for Jerry Lawler is with a number 2 beside his name.
Well, he could someday have
all right, let's move on to the number 1 contender is me. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, the Southern Heavyweight Champion. Dave, jump in here anytime. I'm the Southern Heavyweight Champion, number 1 contender to the World Heavyweight Champion, Terry Funk. And to get to him, you got to beat me.
You're right. Number 1 contender, Hot Stuff.
Now, Dave, how about let's just move on to some wrestling?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. You said jump in at any time. I noticed John is back with your refreshment here. Here comes referee Jerry Calhoun. We are set to go with USWA action right now. USWA ring girls leading.
Rambo's here.
Sergeant O'Reilly is who that is, climbing up on the ring apron right now. There he is, and across the way, here comes the King.
to do commentary. That's all. I'm not going to bother you. I don't want that bounty.
Yes. Speaking of the bounty, I guess you still got that bounty on,
No. Maybe you didn't understand last week what I said. I am not the perpetrator in this. I am not the man that has put a $10,000 bounty on Jerry Lawler, and if you end his career, you're getting $50,000. That's a problem right now. None of the Memphis Mafia, none of the other people know who to collect the money from right now. I didn't do it, Dave.
Well, that's Eddie Gilbert's statement, and that's 2 weeks in a row you've said that. I'm still not completely convinced, though.
How about if I convince you those girls got nice-looking legs?
Let's talk about the match here. Sergeant O'Reilly going against the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler has...
Ring? What are you talking about the King for? I'm not up there. Here I am.
No, that's the King right there in the black attire on the right side of the screen. Lawler must be a heavy favorite in the match. Sergeant O'Reilly, we've seen a few times, though. He's given a pretty good account of himself on several occasions. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Oh, talk about being in serious trouble.
Did you see that drop kick?
Yeah.
How many times you seen Jerry Lawler throw a drop kick? Not many times.
Not many,
that
but we know he can do it.
Toes. This man is on his toes. I got to say that for him. I got to give that much to him.
The man is a complete wrestler. Come on, he's a former world champion.
Wrestler. He's not a complete wrestler. He used to be a complete wrestler.
He's still a complete wrestler.
No, he's not.
Sergeant O'Reilly back in the ring right now. Jerry Lawler, Sergeant O'Reilly, tie it up. O'Reilly back under the ropes.
I see Lawler didn't even clean break there. Didn't even give the guy a clean break. Not at all.
O'Reilly again back into the ropes. Lawler whips him in across the way and drops him over the back again. And that's twice that Sergeant O'Reilly has found himself asking the airport for clearance to land. He's been so way up in the air. Oh, there he goes again.
I think one backdrop is enough myself.
Well, yeah. I don't think the King agrees with you. Lawler working on Sergeant O'Reilly.
Oh, Sergeant O'Reilly asked for a timeout, and Lawler just came in after him. No remorse whatsoever.
Wait a minute. What rule book are you quoting there? I don't recall there being a timeout.
Common courtesy, wrestling common courtesy, you would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a courteous guy, Dave.
When?
Well, I'll let John come out here and go get me a drink.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's courtesy, all right.
Lawler's on his toes today. I got to say that.
Oh, my goodness.
Lawler is on his toes.
Sergeant O'Reilly is in serious trouble here, friend.
You know, Lawler's got to be worried about that bounty, though, Dave. He's got to be watching his back at all times because all kind of wrestlers want that kind of money, not just name stars, all kind of wrestlers. This Sergeant O'Reilly.
There's a cover. 1, 2. This one is over. Well, you're right. Lawler does have to worry about that bounty, but it was no problem right there as he defeats Sergeant O'Reilly rather handily.
Wait a minute.
Oh, what's going on here?
People want that bounty, I told you.
A couple of wrestlers
He's
just
got to watch his
jumping
back.
in there. And Lawler runs them out. I guess,
Dave, I think I'm going to go.
well, I think that's a good idea. And I'm still not convinced you're not the one that put up that $10,000 and $50,000 bounty in spite of your denials, hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. But he's gone. Took John with him. Poor John. Well, anyway, there he goes. Lawler successful in winning the match here today and also running out two guys who obviously were looking for that bounty, Jerry.
Well, I don't know if those guys were looking for the bounty. I think what happens is this guy sitting right here is the one that's looking for the bounty. You know, I believe Eddie Gilbert for once in his life. I don't think Eddie Gilbert is actually the one behind the bounty. I think he is intent on collecting the bounty. He probably told these two stooges right back there to come out, jump me, and if the three of them could do something, Eddie Gilbert would then go collect the money. But it ain't going to work, Eddie Gilbert. It ain't going to work, brother.
Well, $10,000, $50,000 they can end your career, and in addition to that, you have to face your regular opponents coming up in the matches that are booked.
Well, that's right. And already Eddie Marlin called me this, day before yesterday and said calls are coming in from all over the place, challenges from wrestlers that he hadn't heard from in a long time, simply because of the big bucks. And already, number one on the list, the match has already been signed. It's a guy that has been heard somebody talk about thorns in the side. He's been a thorn in my side now for a long time, and he's coming back. And it's none other than, so I'm in the top 10, Austin Idol has already got his name in there, and he wants a shot. And he told Eddie Marlin right off the bat, he said, I'm not coming in to wrestle. I'm coming in for one reason, and that's to collect that bounty. And he knows in order to collect it, he's got to put me out of wrestling, and that's what he intends to do. Well, let me tell you something, Austin Idol. The last time that you stepped in the ring with me, brother, you went out feet first. And I took your right leg in this hand and your left foot in this hand, brother, and I pulled you right into that ring post like you and Tommy Rich did to me once before, and they hauled you out on a stretcher. So if you got any ideas of collecting a bounty off me, you just better refresh your memory of what happened to you the last time you faced the King. And I want to give this word of warning, not only to Austin Idol, but to each and every one of you wrestlers out there that are even thinking about doing anything to collect that bounty on me. You know where to find me, brother. I'm right here every Saturday. I'm in Memphis every Monday. I'm in Louisville. I'm in Nashville. I'm in Evansville. I'm easy to find. So if you want some of me, if you want to try to collect that money, if you feel froggy, all you got to do is jump, brother. Get some of the King, but you better shoot your best shot, because if you don't get it done, then believe me, I will get it done.
The King, not going to be easy for anybody to collect that bounty, let me tell you. Back with more USWA action after this.
We're looking forward to seeing y'all on Christmas night. They got a big old card signed, and oh, brother, there's all kinds of things happen. They got a battle royal. If you pick the winner of it, some lucky family will win $100. Right. But we have a six-man tag before that, and the whole stinking clan's there. Right night, that Daddy Rat's got in the ship. Tommy Gilbert, Eddie Gilbert, and Doug Gilbert going to come and get reputations and beating up on the Golden Boy, the superstar, and the next partner of yours, Tommy. If anybody knows you, brother, it's this man right here.
I didn't think the Gilberts really thought that much of it. They're going to give me a Christmas present. They're going to bring the old man, Tommy Gilbert, in for me to whip his fanny one more time right in my hometown in Nashville, Tennessee. Right, Jim?
That's right, Ed. You know, you're talking about Christmas time, and presents are we're going everywhere, and I can't wait, because Christmas night, like Eddie said, us three are going against the Gilbert clan, and we couldn't ask for a better Christmas present. You guys better get ready, because like Bill said, there's going to be a battle royal and all sorts of things, but I'm looking forward to that six-man tag, and we're taking you three stinking Gilberts clean out.
Brickhouse Brown, you've had a good week. You got Sweet Georgia Brown back, and also you have made it into that top 10 of USWA challengers.
Ooh-wee! Just a season to be jolly. Let me tell you something right now, Dave Brown. Do I look good and I feel good too, baby? Let me tell you something. I feel so good this time of weather. I ain't even had the flu. I got brains complimented by Brown. All this and brown eyes too. Let me tell you something right now. Sweet Georgia Brown and myself, we're going to be able to spend Christmas together, because Eddie Gilbert had some idiotic idea that she was going to spend Christmas with him. Let me tell you something. It ain't going to happen in this year, sucker, and it definitely ain't going to happen next year. Now, I got Terry Funk on my mind. That's my ultimate goal, to be the premier black athlete in professional wrestling today. Apparently, I am the best looking, so why not? Should I not be on top? Let me tell you something right now. And Eddie Gilbert is standing in my way, because you know whoever holds the Southern title gets an automatic shot at the world champion. And right now, my goal is to take out Eddie Gilbert. I'm going to tell you something, Dave Brown. When the time 1991 come around, people going to be hearing some good things about yours truly, Brickhouse. And I'm going to tell you right now, I mean business, and I ain't taking no prisoners.
All right, Brick, you're off to a great start with victories around the territory in the last few days. And like I say, congratulations on making it into the top 10 of the USWA Challenge list. In the ring right now, Joseph Magliano is Danny Davis. Danny, join us here. Say a word or two about the match. It was like, oh, my goodness. Brickhouse Brown jumped as he started into the ring here.
Well, that new man, Joseph Magliano, is trying to strut his stuff.
Yeah, oh, look at Brick. Nice drop kick again, 2 in a row, and Joseph Magliano gets out of the ring. Not really a bad move for Magliano. He was in trouble here. Brickhouse was jumped.
Brickhouse is just a little bit quicker and a whole lot smarter.
Yeah, well, he sure gave a good account of himself there in recovering after Magliano jumped him early in the match.
You know, speaking about Joseph Magliano, he is in contention for my USWA light heavyweight title.
That's true.
He's trying to make a name for himself, and right now he wants to use Brickhouse Brown as a stepping stone just to get to me.
Well, and a victory over Brickhouse Brown would be impressive in the lineup for the light heavyweight title.
Especially since Brickhouse Brown is the number 10 contender.
Exactly. Oh, Brickhouse. I tell you what, Brickhouse is all fired up here after making that top 10. Yeah,
Looks like to me that Joseph Magliano can't make his mind up whether he wants to stay in the ring or out on the floor, Dave.
Well, when he's finding himself in trouble so far in the match, he has been heading for the floor. He's got a 10 count to get back in the ring, and he's using the opportunity. He's trying to slow the tempo of things down, change the flow of the match to get momentum on his side rather than Brick.
Well, the way Brickhouse Brown is fired up, I don't really think that he's going to change the tempo of this match because Brickhouse Brown is ready.
You are absolutely right. He was excited when he came out here. And we talked about a great week he has had, and he wants to continue that, so it's right into 91.
That's right. Magliano has definitely been talking to promotion. He's been doing everything to try to get title matches to me, and I want it known that I'll wrestle you anytime you want to, any place, anywhere. It don't matter.
Brickhouse.
That's right.
Nails him. Well, look out here.
Looks like they're coming around, Dave.
Look out, look out,
Looks
look
like
out.
they're coming around.
Watch it. Eddie Gilbert with a chair nails Brickhouse in the back. Oh, and Magliano. Technical loss on Magliano. Eddie Gilbert with that folding bat. Oh, my goodness. Can we get him some help out here? Gilbert! Eddie, please. Get him out of here. Eddie Gilbert. That's his way of getting back at Brickhouse Brown. Let's go to break. We'll be back. Dirty White.
Did you put the bounty on Lawler?
Of course not.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Go ahead. I just want to know who collects money from.
Well, listen, I want to talk about what's going on with you guys right here, the large contingent from the Memphis Mafia, Dirty White Boy, Dirty Doug Gilbert, and Joseph Magliano, and Dirty White Girl, I notice, is back here today, too.
You know, Dave, I know you missed me last week, but see, I was off making business plans, and you see, I am going to go into a semi-retirement. That means I am going to take a vacation. Don't worry, guys, I got everything taken care of. But see, my only problem is I just don't know where to go. I have Hawaii here, and I have the Caribbeans, and I have Mexico. Mexico. Puts chills on me. So anyway, you know...
Can I go with you to Hawaii? Go to Hawaii and let me go.
You think I should go to Hawaii?
Yeah.
That's...
But are you dressed for it?
You know, I don't know. I was worried about how I was going to fit in, but you know, do you think that I'll have any problems fitting in, Dave?
Oh, Daddy, looky here. Son, get
You know, Dave, I know you're going to miss me and everybody else out there, but don't fret none. I will be back, and I intend on making everybody's life miserable. Bye, guys. I got to go on a vacation now.
Well, there she goes. Vacation for Kim, the Dirty White Girl.
Well, you're probably wondering where the World Tag Team title belts are.
Yep.
Well, we got them back. After we won them, there was lipstick, perfume. The belts hadn't been taken care of, so we took the money out of our own pockets to go get them cleaned up real nice. And, Dave, I want to show you here. If you could get a close-up of this right here. What does that say right there? Just take a look right there. What does that say, Dave?
It says in the World Tag Teams, number 7, Tony Anthony and Doug Gilbert.
That's right, number 7 of the world, baby. And it don't matter who it is. Now, I understand that there's a lot of people in line, like Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett and Cody Michaels wants another shot.
Sure
So,
does.
hey, won't we go down the list? Won't you bring the Hart Foundation in? Why don't you bring Doom in? No. There you go. You listen, boys. There's open contracts. You go to Eddie Marlin. Come on. Why don't you go to Eddie Marlin? Hey, what about the Legion of Doom? Hey, we don't come out here and say we snack on danger and die on death. What we do is we beat people up. How about Steiner? How about Richter? How about Scott? Even Frankensteiner. We'll beat all of them. What we do is beat people up. That's all everyone's going to get. If you get anything, it's going to be death. That's right. Did you hear that? And right here today, we're going to give a couple of young men an early Christmas present because we're going to give them a shot at the world title.
World title match coming up right here, all right? Well, you mentioned Cody Michaels. There's Cody right there. He's part of this tag team. Cody is teamed today with young Ben Jordan. And in the spirit of Christmas, says Tony Anthony and Doug Gilbert, they have decided that they would make this a world tag team title match right here today. All right.
In the World Tag Team Championship. You know, I got a big surprise coming for the USWA. The new and improved Rock and Roll RPMs coming back with Downtown Bruno. And whether Cody Michaels and Big-Eared Ben Jordan win this match, or whether Tony and Doug win this match, whoever ends up being the champion, I'm going to send my RPM after the champions in Downtown Bruno. Once again, we'll have the tag team champions of the entire world for the umpteenth time here in the USWA. So I'm really looking forward to this. And just remember, until you've been RPM, you ain't lived, brother. Raw pounded meat. That's what whoever wins this match is going to look like when my boys get a hold of them. And they're coming back real soon.
Well, we've seen RPMs before, and we know how tough they are. And with Downtown Bruno in their corner, that is just going to be an added element to make them even tougher.
It's going to be new improved RPMs, by the way. New improved. You'll see what I mean.
I hear what you're saying here. Well, I am curious, to say the least, about what you have in store with the new improved version. Ben Jordan coming in after the tag. Cody Michaels steps out. Ben Jordan working against Tony Anthony. Anthony thought about grabbing his hair, but he really didn't.
No, Tony doesn't cheat. That's why I like Tony and Doug. They're not cheaters like Big-Eared Ben. Look at that Big-Eared son of a gun. He just grabbed Tony by the tights and pulled him down. I'm surprised he didn't expose him in front of the world.
He never touched his tights. He just kept rolling him and let Tony's momentum. Tony Anthony, the dirty white boy, a very large individual, let me tell you. And Ben Jordan, being much smaller, just let Tony Anthony's momentum keep him rolling, and he had his shoulders down there. Couldn't get the 3 count, however.
That's strength right there. That's bad aim right there. That's bad judgment.
Bad aim? No, I think that's smart right there, as Ben Jordan got out of the way.
Now, a tag team match means you tag your partner, 1 man in and 1 man out. Why is it these guys double team? Ben Jordan seems like he got lost, needs a Rand McNally Road Atlas, can't even find his way out of the ring. Come on now, and the referee wasn't doing anything about it.
Ben Jordan headed back out onto the ring apron in the allotted amount of time after the tag. Oh, Doug Gilbert, Cody Michaels into a shoving match here.
Well, who does Cody Michaels think he is, raising those fists like that? First of all, this is a wrestling match. This is not a boxing match. Second of all, Cody comes out here and talks about being from Pittsburgh and so forth, and that really bothers me, because Downtown Bruno was born and raised on Fort Duquesne Boulevard in Pittsburgh, brother, and I ain't never seen no blonde-haired, bleached blonde punk like Cody Michaels. Now he's going to come around my new area. I own Memphis now. Memphis is my home now, and you got a punk like Cody Michaels going to come around here, try to take away my glory. Well, I don't really think that him and Ben Jordan got a chance to get those tag team titles. I believe Tony and Doug will be the champions. You know that?
Well, we'll see. Tony and Doug, the dirty white boy and dirty Doug Gilbert, do hold the belts. And they are a rugged tag team anytime they step in there. Joseph Magliano is in their corner today. We haven't mentioned that. As you heard Dirty White Girl say a few moments ago, she's on her way on vacation.
Well, she deserves it. She works hard, you know, and I kind of want to get away from these idiots around here, too. Only reason I'm down in this part of the country is because I want to make some money, not be around these goofy-looking, retarded people. And I'm sure Dirty White Girl's tired of looking at these idiots around the Mid-South, Dave.
Look who just got run out of the ring. There he is right there, the dirty white boy, Tony Anthony. Ben Jordan still in the ring, looking good. Remember, this is a title match. If Cody Michaels and Ben Jordan can win this one, they're the champions, even though I noticed the dirty white boy and Doug Gilbert didn't bother to bring the belts here today. no matter what they say, I think that's just arrogance.
No, Dave, what it is, these idiotic, goofy people here in the studio audience and around the viewing area around this country are not worthy to look at those championship belts. Those belts are for people with class, people like Magliano and Doug Gilbert and Tony Anthony and myself, not like people like you. And look at these people out in this audience, a bunch of big, fat, ugly women, a bunch of wimps, a bunch of jerks. They all look like Ben Jordan, big ears and ugly.
Well, those are the words of downtown Bruno. Just consider the source, again, is all I ask of you, fans, when you listen to his comments. Look at Ben Jordan. He's got a nice side headlock over to the corner, makes a tag on Cody Michaels.
Why doesn't he get out of the ring, Dave? Why? This is a tag team match, not a handicap
there he goes.
match.
Steps right out after the break.
Oh, really? Did you just see that cheap shot there while his partner held him? Come on, tell me you missed that.
I just saw him nail Tony Anthony. That's exactly right. He hit him with a fist.
I even got Dave Brown to be honest. It's a miracle.
Down to the mat goes Cody Michaels. Dirty White Boy trying to take control of the situation here.
And it's all legal. Mention that, Dave. They're not cheating at all. It's entirely legal.
Head into the turnbuckle.
Look, they're tagging. They're not double teaming like those other two punks are doing. Magliano's not getting involved. I think it's great. That's a great tag team. Those are true champions right there. It's going to be a shame when me and my RPMs have to beat them.
Oh, the momentum broken by the turnbuckles as Cody Michaels jumped out of the way, got the tag. Look at Ben Jordan go. Ben Jordan with the drop kicks. Now grabs Doug Gilbert, body slams him. Everybody in the ring. We got all four of them going there. Oh, you couldn't see it, man. There's a press by Ben Jordan, but Tony Anthony's got a chain wrapped around his fist. Joseph Magliano handed it into him, and now it's been passed back out to Magliano. Count of 2, 3. Yeah. Tell me, what's that part again about all of it being legal, Bruno?
I don't know. I was looking away. I missed that,
Didn't see any of that. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I see who won the match. I see who's going to get their hands raised. That's the main thing.
I see who won the match, too, but I saw how they did it as Magliano passed a chain into the ring to Tony Anthony, wrapped it around his right fist, and smacked Ben Jordan with it.
What sore losers Michaels and Jordan are. Did you see them attack Tony and Doug and Joey after the match? Just attack them because they're so upset. Sour grapes because they lost the match.
There's that chain. Magliano's got it. Well, now he's giving it to Tony Anthony again. Anthony using the chain on Cody Michaels. The match is over.
He deserves it. Cody's a jerk.
There's no excuse for this sort of thing right here.
Yes, there is. Cody attacked them. They're just defending themselves.
Cody didn't attack them. They jumped Cody after the match was already over, and they had won.
I love it. I ought to get up there and join them, Dave, but I don't want to get my suit dirty.
That's about your odds there. That would make it 4 against 1. They've got Cody Michaels trapped in here. Dirty White Boy Doug Gilbert and now Joseph Magliano. 3 against 1. They're working on him.
That's what happens when you mess with the Memphis Mafia. My good friend Eddie Gilbert told me a long time ago. Whoa, wait a minute.
Here comes Bill Dundee, the superstar, in to help out Cody Michaels. And
that was a big mistake.
About this time, Dirty White Boy Doug Gilbert and now Joseph Magliano decide it's time to get out of here. Thanks to Bill Dundee. Really glad to see Bill come in to help out there.
That was a big mistake on Dundee's part now, because now Eddie Gilbert and the Memphis Mafia are going to target Bill Dundee for getting involved in something he did not belong involved in the first place.
They may target him, but they will find someone who will really give him a battle anytime he steps out of there if that's the situation. They're helping Cody out. We've got another match coming up here. The new kids will be along when we return.
And I'll be watching.
In the ring right now, the Scott brothers. I see Eddie Marlin coming this way before we go to the ring. Eddie?
Dave, I won't take but a second of your time, but Brickhouse just left the TV studio. He's in a lot of pain. We don't know the extent of his injury. It could be severe. But as soon as we find out, we'll be sure to let all the fans know about it, because, you know, they're concerned with Brickhouse just like we are.
Sure. I'd be surprised if that leg's not broken, though. He really took a shot there with that metal chair. You think it's funny?
Tell me to shut up. Better walk away.
In the ring right now, we've got Gary Scott and Billy Scott set to go against the new kids, Brian and Tony. I hear the music. They should be coming this way very, very soon.
Well, I guess they can find their way out of the dressing room. You know, they're not known for their intelligence.
Yeah, they come right there, Brian and Tony. Boy, the fans greeting them warmly as they arrive here in the studio.
Look at all those people hugging them and putting their arms around them. They're going to have to go and be deloused after this TV taping, Dave, obviously. Look at those people out there. They're a bunch of scumbags. They're nasty. They don't shower. Their breath stinks. They got no teeth. And you got Brian and Tony over there hugging and kissing on them. Those guys are going to have to be deloused. They're going to have to get their heads shaved. They're going to have something because they're going to be in a lot of bad shape after being around people like that. It's obvious, Dave. People like you, as a matter of fact.
Bruno, if you don't mind, if you'll just talk about the match, if you're going to be out here, I'd just as soon you just pack it up and head on back into the dressing area and leave us alone out here. But if you insist on staying here, leave the fans alone. Let's talk about the wrestling action.
Okay, let's talk about it. You got the new kids. I got a lot of respect for this team. They're a young team, but they're real good wrestlers. They got a lot of good moves. They know what they're doing. Obviously, they're agile. They're intelligent in the ring. But the only problem they got is they don't have somebody with the experience, with the knowledge, with the years of guidance. Somebody like Downtown Bruno. Now, if they had any kind of real intelligence, real sense, they'd have Downtown Bruno in their corner. And right now, I could have been distracting the referee while they used that obviously illegal tactic of double teaming on this Scott guy, whatever, Billy, Bobby, Jerry, Johnny, Phil, whatever.
That is Billy Scott in there right now. Brian flips him off the ropes. Count is one. Nope, can't make it stick. I thought he might have him for a 3 count very quickly there.
I thought so, too. Like I said, if they had Downtown Bruno as their manager, I could have taught them a few different tactics, a few different creative things to employ.
Creative meaning not necessarily legal, fans. Just kind of interpret that Downtown Bruno's description of the situation.
Dave, whatever gets your hand raised in victory, that's the main thing. In fact, that's the only thing, okay? Just get away with it, don't get fined, don't get caught, and win the match. That's the bottom line, Dave. These goofy, ugly-looking, ridiculous people out here don't understand that. That's why they work in idiotic jobs, eating bologna sandwiches, and don't have any idea what they're going to do with their life.
Whoa, what a move by Tony. Count of 2. It's over. The new kids get the victory at Downtown Bruno. Looked like they did just fine without
Hey, what's this idiot doing out here?
Downtown Bruno. Here comes Danny Davis right here. Danny's still holding the back of his neck where he was nailed by Joseph Magliano.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Dave. A lot of things have happened in my life since I came to the USWA. And Joseph Magliano, I'm not going to forget you. I'm not going to forget you, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, for what you done to my friend Brickhouse Brown. His leg may be broke. I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of wrestlers, light heavyweight wrestlers, who are in contention for my title. The RPMs. Brickhouse Brown is one. Bob Backlund is one. Jim Backlund is one. But let me tell you something. Joseph Magliano, I don't care what kind of match you want. I don't care where you want it. I don't care when you want it. But you're not going to come up from behind me and knock me out. I'm going to tell you something, Magliano. If I ever get a chance to get my hands on you, it won't be soon enough. You think you've had some pain before? You don't know what you're going to get until you step in the ring with me. Because the next time you see me, that's going to be good for me and bad for you.
Nightmare Danny Davis. Right here, the guys who just won this match. Brian, congratulations, the new kids.
Thank you very much, Dave. You know, this week we got the RPMs coming up. And RPMs, as the old saying goes, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And you will fall this week because we want those tag title shots.
Very good, Tony.
We want our name right here in these top team tag team lists. And to do it, we know we got to get a title shot. And we've been waiting for that for a long, long time.
Coming up, guys, we're going to do it.
You got it, your chances this week. Good luck to you as you go against the RPMs. The winner of that match will get a shot at the World Tag Team titles and have a chance at having their name listed right there in the top 10 in the entire world. We will be back here in a moment. Superstar Bill Dundee's got a match coming up right here, right now. Here he comes. I want to get him over here before he climbs into the ring. He's number 5 on the USWA top contenders list for the world title. Maybe get him to say a word about that number 5 position on the list.
How you doing?
Hey, Bill.
You're right, I'm number 5.
Hey, I'm a kind of scared to tell anybody how I feel, and I do feel great. Brickhouse Brown's out here telling everybody how great he feels, and some idiot runs out and tries to break his leg with a chair. Man, I'm scared to say anything around here. But I have something I'd like to say. To you, you little huzzy, dirty white girl, you're out here telling everybody you're going to go to Hawaii, you're going to go to Mexico, you're going to go to Puerto Rico. You ain't going nowhere, sport. I'll tell you exactly where you're going. You're going down to the red light district of Bucksnote, and it's only got one red light, and it's above Toriante's house. And that's exactly where you're going, lady. Now, I don't like you, and you know why I don't like you. Now, I know a guy called me the other day, he said, "Superstar." He said, "This is the boogie-woogie man, and I feel good." He said, "You get us a tag match somewhere with a dirty white boy or anybody." He said, "I feel so good. Christmas coming up. Whoa, messy mama." Remember how he used to say that? Well, he's going to say it again when we get us a tag match and beat you two jerks up and take them belts off you. Now, Doug Gilbert out here he was going to show his straps. You'd have to go down to the store and buy them, brother. You don't walk past the gym and them straps pop out. You got to go lift the weights. Now, Tony Anthony, Dougie Gilbert, anybody else that wants to wrestle, the Superstar, and Cody Michaels, or whoever else I get for a party, because I'm number 6 in the ratings, right? That's singles, number 5.
Number 5.
Woo, mess 'em. I heading your way, Eddie Gilbert. Well, I'd like to be the only guy around here that has a tag belt and the single belt and the world championship belt. And 1991, some of that's going to come true. The boogeyman's looking for y'all.
He wouldn't back up from a truck, I don't think. The Superstar, Bill Dundee, on his way to the ring right now. Speaking of one of the younger fans here today, climbing through the ropes. And his opponent has just stepped out. Up on the ring apron right now. Ronnie Leach stepping into the ring. Ronnie has, he's got a tough assignment here today going against Superstar Bill Dundee. Ronnie, a young wrestler, don't know much about him. But we'll know more here in just a few minutes. Bill Dundee, he was ready. He said he felt mighty good. Was afraid to show it. A despicable demonstration that Eddie Gilbert put on with a chair against Brickhouse Brown a little bit earlier. Bill Dundee and Ronnie Leach, about the same size. Ronnie Leach with a slight height advantage. Bill will have a very slight weight advantage. Bill Dundee lets the young wrestler make the mistake, has him on the mat. Referee says, don't do that. That's illegal. I'm going to have to disqualify you if you do. Bill instead twists up that left leg, and Ronnie Leach finds himself in some pain here. Boy, that'll really put the pressure on the knee. Dundee twisting. Kind of a modified version of a toe hold there. He didn't really step over it, but it was effective nonetheless. Ronnie Leach limping as he's back on his feet. Ronnie going for the headlock on Bill Dundee. Bill Dundee breaks out of that. They're both going in the ropes. Look out. Bill Dundee slides out of the ring. Greets the fans. And Leach is upset. Bill Dundee just made him look really bad there as Bill just slid out of the ring and left Leach going back and forth trying to gain momentum on the ropes, and he all of a sudden realized, hey, I'm the only one in the ring here. I look kind of silly. Bill Dundee bars the left arm. Ronnie Leach on the mat. First appearance by Ronnie Leach on USWA Championship Wrestling today. There he is. Good look at him. He's back up on his feet. Oh, hair pulling, I believe, as he yanked Bill Dundee down to the mat. Well, the way Dundee suddenly sank to the mat, I could almost guarantee hair pulling. Yep, no doubt about it. That's hair pulling by young Ronnie Leach. Trying whatever in order to gain advantage over the Superstar. Dundee back on his feet. Well, yeah, you got a great look at it right there, too. as he just reached up, grabbed a handful of hair. It's kind of like pulling a face mask on a football player. Once you got a good handful of hair, it's much easier to drop your opponent down to the mat. There it is right there. Bill Dundee, not an easy man to get off his feet by somebody who's about the same size as Mr. Leach. But you grab that hair and you can do it, and that's what he's done 3 or 4 times now. Bill Dundee sends him into the ropes. Leach, yeah, give it to him. A good move. He stepped over Bill and came back with a little drop kick. And Bill Dundee checking out his nose to make sure it's still in the right place there. Crowd behind him. Go, Bill, go. They'd like to see him take this one for a victory. Yeah, Leach slips around behind. Another good move. Dundee reverses him. They're just reversing each other. There's the veteran, though. Changes direction. A little misdirection there and takes his feet away from him and ties those legs up. Bill Dundee with a definite advantage right now on Ronnie Leach. This is an expiration of time match. Might be just 1 fall, might be 3 or 4. We'll just keep checking the time. Dundee with a little chastisement there. Ronnie Leach grabs the left arm of Bill Dundee, sends Dundee firing into the rope. Caught him with an upper arm coming off of there. Went for the cover, but couldn't even get a 1 count as Dundee immediately caught him and threw him back. Leach sets. Dundee grabs him, puts the shoulders down. 1, 2, he got him. 1 fall to none for superstar Bill Dundee. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more from the USWA. Straight fall win, and the King is joining me right here.
I've gotten dressed.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement today. It was a good show.
Well, it was. You got a good victory here today, and also had to fend off a challenge, someone looking for that bounty. But I know what you talk about that a lot on the telephone, too, on the special hotline.
Why,
right?
it's funny that you should mention that, Dave. You're talking about my hotline? Is
yes,
that
as a matter of fact, that's how I just led you right into that.
You sure did. Is that called a segue?
Segue, yeah.
Certainly is. That's TV talk. So anyway, yeah, no, I do. I talk about, all sorts of things. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that you could get on the Jerry the King Lawler hotline. And gosh, it appears on the screen even as we speak. It's 1-900-654-5464 or 1-900-654-KING. If you know, like if you look on your telephone, that 5464 spells out King.
All right.
Can't believe it. Anyway, you call that. You can call it any time, day or night, all the time. We update it all the time, and like you said, this week, right now on there, I'm talking about the situation with the bounty situation. Talk about Terry Funk a lot. I also give the people some insights into what's going on, not only in the USWA, but in the other federations. If I hear about something that I think the fans might be interested in, sort of behind the scenes. I let out a lot of gossip and stuff on this line, too. You know, if I hear some behind the scenes stuff in the WWF or the NWA, I'll tell it. I'll tell it right on the line. And also, another thing you can do on there, if you call the number, I've had a lot of people say, you know, where can I get in touch with you or leave you a message or something like that. You can call, you can leave a personal message for me on the line. I can call, return the calls and all that sort of stuff. So, I know you've called a couple times any day.
Well, as a matter of fact, sometimes the only place I can run you down.
That's
as a matter of fact, I can leave a message for you there. That's an interesting point because we have fans from all around the country who call me at the television station and say, hey, I know that that's where the program is recorded, and how do I get in touch with Jerry Lawler? Well, I spent a long-distance call. They're going to have to make 2 or 3 more calls when the time comes around. Just call the hotline number and leave the message for the King.
1-900-654-KING.
What was the number again?
1-900-654-5464.
There you go. Right there. All right.
Oh,
the King's hotline.
Shameless plug.
That's right. It is indeed. But it is, in fact, a way to get in touch with the King and leave the King a message, and then he can get back to you later on that. All right.
There's a young lady in Louisville named Tammy, and I mentioned her name on the hotline. She gave me a very nice gift up in Louisville and for my birthday, and I mentioned her name on the hotline, and she was so excited. And now I mentioned her name on TV, and she'll be really excited.
Hey, that's true. So you
call the hotline, leave your name. I'll mention you on TV.
Get mentioned on television. Talk about shameless plugs. My goodness gracious. Anyway, let's kind of do a quick recap. I know you're interested in the situation here today. Of course, you got the victory against Sergeant O'Reilly, and then two guys came in.
Who were those guys?
Well, I'm not really sure. One of them was under a mask who looked vaguely familiar, but I'd hate to give you a name because I'm not sure that's who it was. And then another guy
looked like somebody out of the audience or something.
Well,
I think he's, hey, 10 grand, I'll go.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for that 10 grand or 50 grand for a career ending.
I'm not trying to give anybody any ideas out there.
No, don't do that there, because you pretty well took care of them and got them out of there. Brickhouse Brown got a victory, but a tough one by a technical loss, and his leg was injured. They're still checking that out as we speak. Yeah, it does look bad. Dirty White Boy and Doug Gilbert came back to successfully defend their titles here today. They still have the belts. The new kids, boy, this is a young team that looks mighty good, and they got a good victory here today. And then Superstar Bill Dundee got 2 straight falls. Thanks for joining us, Jerry. We hope everyone will join us again next week for more USWA wrestling action. Until then, for Jerry Lawler, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this